You won't see it.
Hi, I'm Stacy. I'm going to be teaching you guys about the new patient exercises. So the first time they get adjusted, the exercises that we're going to do, and just how I explain them to them and why they're doing them. So this is my new patient, Dennis. Hi, Dennis. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I'm
going to be teaching you your exercises that you're doing just after you get adjusted. So first we're going to start with the wobble chair. So I just want you to have a seat here, facing me, and I'm going to teach you. Here is the, edit out that. There is a lever right here, and you can raise your seat up or down. You just want to have your feet flat on the floor and you're comfortable. And then also right here, there are things that you can lift them up and down, which I did not know about for a long time. That does work too. So you want to be very careful when you sit down because this chair is wobbly. That's what we call it, the wobble chair. So what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you go in 4 different directions. So the first is going to be clockwise. So I want you to go around in a circle, just like that. I want you to go slow and controlled and think of it like a stretch. So you're really digging into those edges all the way around. This is called proprioception. And what we're doing is we're waking up all your low back muscles. So you can do this before or after an adjustment. Either one is fine, and actually I prefer to do it both. Before I get adjusted, we also have the discs in there that are sitting on top of the stools. The same idea. So you want to sit in the middle of those and you can do the same exercise. And then make sure you do it after an adjustment as well because it will help the muscles all grab onto that adjustment and hold the adjustment. Okay? So you're going to go around clockwise for a little bit, and then you're going to go counterclockwise. There's no specified time that you have to do each direction or anything like that, but listen to your body. If you feel like it's a little tighter in one direction, then you need to stick with that direction a little bit longer, but don't do it for all day or anything like that. So I would suggest probably like a minute in each direction is fine, or whatever you feel is right.
What about my upper body?
So your upper, all that you're working with is your hips, but you want to be sitting straight up, so don't hunch over. I probably look hunched over right now because.
So don't exaggerate like the top, like. Yeah,
you can just make sure you're sitting up tall, whatever feels comfortable to you. But what you're really working on is your hips. Feel it in there. If it helps you to exaggerate your shoulders while you do that, it's more than okay. So the next direction that you did clockwise, and now you did counterclockwise. Now I'm going to have you go front to back. You are going to exaggerate here now because you're going to have shoulders back and then shoulders forward. Belly out, belly back. Exactly. So this one you want very controlled and slow. You don't want to go too fast whenever you're doing these exercises because we're really working on waking up all those muscles. So if you do it too fast, you're going to make them tense. Okay, so now we want to go side to side. So same thing here. And it's okay if your feet come off the ground. You just want to really get into that corner here. And get a good stretch in. The last 2 directions, that was the 4 main directions. But the last 2 are going to be diagonal to the back, so you can lift up one leg and you're going to go to the back. And then the same thing. That one's good for people that have low back issues. Yeah, good. You always want to make sure you're holding on to the armrest because these chairs are unstable. Perfect. So you're going to do this every time that you come in, even whenever you don't have exercises anymore. You can always do this exercise. So every time you come in, if you're waiting to get adjusted, jump on a disc or jump on one of the wobble chairs and get to moving. The next exercise I'm going to teach you how to do is traction. So that's right over here. This is the scariest looking exercise, but I promise it's not scary. This is the only exercise that you have to do after you get adjusted, never before. And the reason for that is your vertebrae sit on top of each other like this. And Dr. Taney taught you what subluxation was. So that means your vertebrae are misaligned. Think about putting pressure on those misaligned vertebrae. That's going to cause a negative reaction in your body. So only after you've been aligned can you ever do this exercise. It's very important. Okay, so right over here, we have our antibacterial wipes. You're just gonna grab one of, you're putting this on your face, so you just wanna clean it off before you use it. So I'm going to clean this off for you, and then I'm gonna set myself up on this one, and I just want you to pay attention. Can you grab that for me? So this is called a carabiner. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take the carabiner off, and then you're gonna measure it to where this is right at your top lip, okay? So you're gonna step up to the wall, and this is just a guesstimation, like everybody's necks are different sizes. So it's kind of trial and error, but you'll learn pretty quickly. So that's about right for me. I'm gonna take this part and put it behind my head. At this point, I want you to make sure that this is centered on the back of your neck. You don't want it more to one side than the other, or it will put pressure on that side, so you want even pressure. Then you're gonna look backwards, just like I'm doing. My toes are against the wall, and then I'm gonna pull this underneath my chin. So it's really uncomfortable, it makes it hard to talk, but it's not pulling my heels off the floor. If it was pulling my heels off the floor, that would be too tight. So never, you don't want it that tight. So you just want it putting pressure, tension, traction. Okay, so go ahead and set yourself up on this one. And she said you're gonna start out at 1 minute today. So you're gonna set your timer for 1 minute. Beautiful. Okay, so remember to center it on the back of your neck. Perfect. Okay, way too loose because you can't, it's not putting any tension on your neck. So, like I said, it's trial and error, so you'll learn what's the right fit. But the more beneficial this is going to be, it's going to make it a little bit uncomfortable, but it's not too bad. Good job. Perfect. How's that feel? Good? And relax your shoulders. Good. Just like that. All right, so I'm going to push start on your timer. So traction is an exercise that you're actually going to advance yourself with our direction, of course. Today you're starting off with 1 minute. I know that traction can be a little uncomfortable, especially in the beginning. If you have cervical issues going on in your neck, it can be a little painful sometimes. So traction should make you sore. It's kind of like going to the gym. You might be sore after traction, that's totally normal, but we don't want you to have like a really bad headache or anything like that. So listen to your body, just like you do with all the other exercises that you do in here. You're going to start out 1 minute today, and then next time you come in after you get adjusted, you're going to move up to 2 minutes if you haven't had any like adverse reactions, like really bad headache. And I'll just explain to you the first time that I did it, I was like, oh man, I could just stand here forever. Like it doesn't hurt or anything, and I did it for like 4 minutes my first time. That was on a Friday. I had the worst headache for 4 days. It was a holiday weekend. Okay, I'm gonna have you stay right there. I want you to step onto your tiptoes, and then bring this out from underneath your chin, and then take it off of your head. And the reason that you stand on your tiptoes first is because you're putting a lot of pressure right on your brainstem. So you want to slowly come off of that and not just pull it out from underneath your chin. But anyways, I had that really bad headache after I did traction, and then I came to get adjusted on Wednesday, and Dr. Tanner was like, you can't go 4 minutes your first time. So my point is you want to push yourself to increase 1 minute at least every time, but listen to your body at the same time. So if you have a headache after you did it last time, you did it 4 minutes, stay at 4 minutes. Move up whenever you're ready. You can always talk to the doctor about where you're at with traction and how much you can advance. And some people skip minutes because it doesn't bother them at all. So just, listen to your body. So that's traction. The last exercise that we're going to do is wall posture. Okay. So I'm going to have you can stand right over here. I'm going to put your back against the wall. This is an exercise that is it's usually difficult for most people in the beginning, but you're going to get better at it as you go. It's going to get easier and easier and easier the more that you do it. Okay, so this is a posture exercise. So during the first phase of care, We're just going to work on it in the office. When you get to phase 2 and phase 3, you're going to start doing it at home, and you can do it for the rest of your life. It's an amazing exercise. So the first area that I want you to focus on is your feet. So you see how your feet naturally turn out a little bit? I want you to straighten your toes, heels against the wall. And now the second area that you're going to work on is your hips. This is probably the most difficult for people, but if you put your hands right here, you're going to rotate your hips forward. Perfect, just like that. So you notice that whenever you do that, your knees came out a little bit, but you're not bending your knees. They just came out because of the flexion of your hips. So that's really important because a lot of times I see people bending their knees. That's not how you do it. You just straight legs, then you bend your hip, and your knees come out just like that. So you flatten your low back against the wall. That's perfect, and you want to take your belly button to your spine. Okay, now I want you to hold that position very carefully, and then you're going to lift your arms up on both sides to here. And I want 90-degree angles here. That means if I set a cup on your arm, it's going to stay there the whole time. And I want your back against the wall. So can you move them back against the wall? Perfect. Okay, it's hard, right? Okay, now I want you to straighten your head. So this is the 4th position. Yes, so you're going to straighten your chin. You're going to press your chin straight back against the wall like this, not like this. And you're not tucking it either. It's just going straight back and making yourself a double chin. So what you're going to do is you're going to, from this stance right here, you're going to very carefully hold that. You're going to take a deep breath in. And then as you exhale, I want you to press back everything against the wall, keeping your form tight, tight, tight for 10 seconds. Hard as you can. And relax.
Oh.
Okay. I promise it will get easier. But that is the first one. So what you're going to do is you're going to do 3 reps of that. Okay? So we're going to try it again whenever you're ready. I want you, every single time, I want you to go from the floor up. So try to keep your legs as straight as possible. And then just come out whenever you flex your hips. Yes, very important. Good job. Okay, belly button to your spine. Make sure your abs are activated. Arms up straight just like that. And then head more straight. Tilt your chin down. Perfect. And then you're going to take a deep breath in. And then exhale, press back as hard as you can. Hard as you can. Keep everything tight. Good form. Make sure your chin's going straight back. And relax. Beautiful. So the only thing I would give you advice on is your head. Your head is tipping back a little bit like this. You want to make sure it's going back straight like this. And what we're doing with this exercise is we're resetting your muscle memory. We're telling your muscles where it should be holding your posture. Okay, so it's called neuromuscular re-education. So it's very important that you do this during this first phase of care only in the office. And we're going to coach you on it every time and correct you. And by the time you get to phase 2 and phase 3, you're going to be ready to do it at home. Okay? Do you have any questions?
No.
No? Okay, awesome. That's it.